What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free Major League Baseball home run prop show for Friday, August 11th, 2023. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, including my daily $19 best bet, make sure you head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But we will get into the home run prop action momentarily. Still having some technical difficulties, but you know what? Like I said yesterday, the day before, I still want to be able to put out some home run prop content for you guys. Now, granted, Friday not my favorite day for home run props. We still found a lot of meat on the bone, and I do have a three-leg home run prop parlay for you guys later on in the show. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. We'll talk about the potential for a round robin. And speaking of, let's do my disclaimer before we get going. You know, these home run props are very high risk, high reward. They are not plays that I recommend anybody dump their whole bankroll into. They are just plays that are there for some side action, just to have some pizza money or some coffee money on the side. Nothing to go too crazy with. I do give out a fair number of home run props on this show, so you don't have to always play every single home run prop that I give out on this show. But whatever you do play from here, I do recommend just playing straight as a single bet. But I do know some people like to parlay these home run props. So if you do a home run prop parlay, what I recommend is doing a round robin. So yes, it's going to drive up the cost of the bet, but it is going to give you a safety net in the event that something goes wrong. I mean, how many times have we all had that one leg of the parlay that, of a three-leg parlay that, didn't hit, but because we didn't have a round robin, we didn't have a safety net, we don't get paid. At least with a round robin, if you hit 2 out of 3, you still usually profit depending on the odds of whatever it is you're playing, especially with home run props, you will profit. So we will look into that by the end of the show. But before we get into the action, I just want to remind everybody, I love interacting with you guys. So let me know, do you like the angle I took on some of these games? Do you not like the angle? Do you have player props of your own? Did I miss a player prop that maybe you guys like that I didn't give out? Let me know in the comments down below. But if you're going to do that, I ask everyone drop them in there before the game start. If they're not in there before the game start, they don't help anybody. And we're trying to beat the books as a team here at Pickdawgz. One team, one goal, and that goal every single day, regardless of what it is, whether it's spreads, money lines, totals, player props, you name it, the goal is the same: to get us paid, and I think we will with some of these home run props today. So without further ado, let's look at our first matchup. The first game we're going to go to is the Rays and Guardians. I only like a couple of Rays here. The first one I like is Wander Franco against Xavier Curry. He's got a 438 average with 3 home runs and a triple against right-handed pitching, and it could end up being a bit more of a bullpen game. Xavier Curry last time out against I remember he was playing last time out, but last time out it was his longest start that we've seen from him this season. He went 5 innings in that game, so maybe Curry's starting to go a little bit deeper into games, but I still think we could see a healthy dose of the Guardians bullpen. I still think Wander Franco holds some value at plus 600, and I think Jose Siri holds some value at plus 350 as well. Only a 214 batting average, but against right-handed pitching, he's got 3 home runs so far in the month of August, so Wander Franco and Jose Siri would be my 2 plays from that Rays-Guardians game. From the matchup between the Cubs and the Blue Jays, going to go to quite a few here. From the Blue Jays, I really like Brandon Belt that I feel the most strongly on. Don't get me wrong, there's tons of potential for Blue Jays to hit home runs off of Javier Assad and this Cubs bullpen. But Belt, against right-handed pitching this month, 3 home runs, 5 extra base hits, a 300 average. Obviously, guys like Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Matt Chapman, Dalton Varsho still in play as well. But Brandon Belt, the only one I still feel comfortable about at plus 400. For the Cubs against Jose Barrios, Barrios has pitched his better baseball at home, but that hasn't stopped guys from Dansby Swanson, Cody Bellinger, Mike Tauchman from doing some damage. Swanson at plus 550. He's got 5 hits this month against righties. All 5 hits have gone for extra bases with 3 home runs and 2 doubles. You got Cody Bellinger at plus 600, a 500 average with 2 homers in the month of August against righties. Mike Tauchman at plus 750, not necessarily the first name you think of when you think of home runs, but a 409 average with 2 homers this month against righties as well. So Mike Tauchman worth a look for me as well in that game. We're going to move on to the Braves and Mets next. I like quite a few home run props here. For the Mets, I'm going to look at a couple against Charlie Morton. First, I'm going to look at Pete Alonso. He's been the most consistent home run bat for the Mets for pretty much all season. But even during the course of their recent struggles, he's hitting .321 with 3 homers, 5 extra base hits against righties in August. Jeff McNeil's a matchup play for me here. He's hitting .250 with 2 home runs in his career against Charlie Morton. So plus 750 on McNeil. I didn't grab a price on Francisco Lindor. I think he's going off around plus 450. But he's hitting just 150 in his career against Charlie Morton. But of the 6 hits that Lindor has off of Morton, 4 have gone for extra base hits with a homer and 3 doubles. He's got 3 home runs versus right-handed pitching with a 391 average. Excuse me, that's supposed to say 3 extra base hits against righty with a 391 average this month. So Francisco Lindor worth a look for me as well. For the Atlanta Braves versus Tyler McGill. McGill's been one of the weak links for me in this Mets rotation. And Matt Olson going to be worth a play at plus 210. He's got 2 homers this month against right-handed pitching, tied for the league lead in home runs with Shohei Ohtani. So Matt Olson at plus 210. Also looking at Austin Riley at plus 330. He's hitting 290 with 2 homers, 4 extra base hits this month versus righties. He also has a career home run off of Tyler McGill. And I'm also looking at Ozzie Albies at plus 380. He's got a 303 average with 6 extra base hits, 2 homers this month against righties. So Ozzie Albies at plus 380. I also do have 1 extra Atlanta Brave, but we will talk about that later in the show. Moving on to the next game, we're going to go with the Royals and Cardinals here. I'm going to go with a couple of Royals here against Adam Wainwright, who has flat out sucked this season. There's no sugarcoating that. I thought Adam Wainwright should have hung him up last season. But Adam Wainwright, an ERA up over 7. ERA, around 6 on the road, which is a little bit better, but still not by much. MJ Melendez for a homer at plus 360. 4 homers, a 276 average against right-handed pitching in the month of August. Bobby Witt Jr. at plus 475. He's got 2 homers, 3 extra base hits with 385 average versus righties in the month of August. And Michael Massey at plus 450. He's hitting 2 homers with 5 extra base hits, a 259 average against righties in the month of August as well. Keep in mind, all of these odds are subject to change. They will fluctuate throughout the day depending on when you watch this video. But at the time the video is being recorded, these are what the odds are. For the St. Louis Cardinals, lone play here, Nolan Arenado at plus 295. He's hitting 370 with 2 homers versus righties this month. Dylan Coleman in a small sample size this season for the Royals, a 10-plus ERA. So I think Arenado could tag him here. I lean towards Lars Nootbaar and Alec Burleson. Neither of them showed up on an injury report, but I couldn't get a price on them at the time I was recording the video. So if you see those guys in the lineup, definitely I think they're worth a sprinkle as well. Moving on to the next game, we're going to go to the White Sox. We're actually going to cover 2 games here. I only have 1 play from each. White Sox, I'm going to go with Luis Robert Jr. at plus 380 against Corbin Burns. Corbin Burns I like, but Robert has hit home runs off of better this season. A 381 average, 2 homers, 4 extra base hits this month against righties. So I'd like to take Luis Robert Jr. I wanted to make some plays on the Brewers against Michael Kopech, but nothing really stood out for me. So if you guys have anything, make sure you drop them in the comments down below. For the Padres and Diamondbacks, the only Padre I'm going to go with, actually the only player I'm going to go with in this game, is Gary Sanchez at plus 370. He's hitting 385 with 2 homers, 3 extra base hits against righties this month. Ryan Nelson, an ERA up over 8 at home at Chase Field this season. Not a pitcher I'm really going on my way to back if I'm being 100% honest. So, I'm checked out of the Diamondbacks right now, especially Ryan Nelson at home. The Padres not much better, but again, worth a look. I also lean towards Juan Soto, but he's only hitting around, I think, 160 with 3 homers in the month of August against righties. Maybe Fernando Tatis Jr. as well. But again, let me know if you guys have anything that maybe I didn't touch on or any plays I didn't mention. Moving on to the Rockies and Dodgers. I'm going to go with a couple of Rockies here, or a Rocky here against Lance Lynn. Now, Lance Lynn, you can see since being traded to the Dodgers, all 4 runs allowed that Lynn has given up have been solo homers. He leads Major League Baseball, has that dubious distinction of leading Major League Baseball with 32 home runs allowed this season. Ryan McMahon at plus 500 worth the play for me for the Rockies. The only Rocky I really trust for Rockies bat I trust for power right now. 267 average, 3 extra base hits, including 2 homers this month against right-handed pitching. Now on the other side for the Dodgers against Austin Gomber, I'm going to go with Mookie Betts at plus 245. He's got a 267 average with 4 extra base hits, including a homer versus lefties this month. And Ahmed Rosario at plus 750. He's got 2 homers with a 263 average this month against lefties as well. Again, another game where I do have a player later on in the show, and we'll talk about that in just a second. For the Orioles and Mariners, this is going to be a fantastic series, I think. You got a team that's red hot right now in the Mariners against one of the hottest teams in baseball for pretty much the bulk of the season, and the most profitable road team in baseball, the Baltimore Orioles. But I'm going to go for the Orioles, I'm going to go with Gunnar Henderson against Luis Castillo. Now, Castillo, you can see here, 9 homers allowed in his last 7 starts, 3 in his last start. Of the 22 home runs Castillo has allowed this season, 14 have come against left-handed bats, and that's why I'm going with Gunnar Henderson. A lefty bat hit at plus 550, hitting 261 with 3 extra base hits, including a homer this month against righties. On the other side against Kyle Gibson, I'm going to go with Eugenio Suarez from the Mariners at plus +450. He's hitting 360 with 2 homers this month against righties. He's been arguably the Mariners' one of their hottest hitters against righties over the last month since Seattle's been on this nice run. So I'm going to go with Eugenio Suarez at +450. Last game we're going to look at before we get to the parlay are the Rangers and the Giants. Going to go with the trio of Rangers here. I'm first going to go with Corey Seager at +550. Now, this does look to be a bullpen game for the Giants, which has been the Giants' strength for much of the season, has helped them get a fair number of wins. But I'm still going to take some Rangers here. They're just swinging a hot bat right now. Corey Seager at +550. He's got 4 homers, 6 extra base hits, a 385 average overall this month. I'm throwing pitcher handedness on the other side for the Giants out the window. The split matchup. Just going with overall numbers because you're probably going to see a variety of handedness in this game from the Giants bullpen. You're going to see, I hope you see Adolis Garcia to hit a homer at +450. 4 homers, 6 extra base hits with a 300 average this month. And I'm going to go with Marcus Semien at +600. 333 average, 3 homers, 5 extra base hits this month as well. Those are 3 Ranger bats I trust for power right now. So that's what I'm rolling with. But without further ado, everybody always asks, Christy, why don't you do a home run prop parlay? The reality is I don't always bet home run prop parlays. I don't want to be on the hook for parlay. People say, oh, your parlay was trash, and blah, blah, blah. Look, I play a lot of straight bets for home run props, but there are a few times where someone just stands out to me that I just cannot help but put them together in a parlay. And today is that day. Now, we're going to talk about the parlay, and then we're going to break it down into a round robin for you guys so that we can kind of show you how that breaks down. The home run prop parlay today is going to be as follows. Nick Castellanos for the Phillies at +425. He's going up against Dallas Keuchel. Keuchel had a nice start last time out, but you're not fooling me with Dallas Keuchel. One good start and a bunch of good minor league starts is not going to shake that Dallas Keuchel was a pitcher that had a 9.20 ERA last season. He was lit up like a Christmas tree more often than not last season. I think Nick Castellanos, the Phillies' best bat in August against left-handed pitching and for the last little while. You see in the month of August, 3 home runs with a 353 batting average against lefties. I'm taking Nick Castellanos to take Dallas Keuchel yard here. I'm going to go with Ronald Acuna Jr. at +390 up against Tyler McGill for the Mets. Acuna Jr.'s got a 452 batting average with 2 homers, 5 extra base hits total this month versus righties with multi-hit games in 5 of his last 8. 3+ total bases in 6 of his last 8 games. So if you're a total bases person, maybe you just want to parlay the home run props, and maybe you want to play some total bases in case, you still get the bases, but you don't get the homer. Well, maybe that's worth a look for you as well, especially with Ronald Acuna Jr. And the last part of the parlay, Freddie Freeman at +390 of the Dodgers. He's going up against Austin Gomber here. Gomber's pitched well. There's no denying that. But for me, I just don't know if those numbers are sustainable for Austin Gomber. I know what I've seen from Austin Gomber in the past, and to me, it's not, like I said, it's not sustainable for him over the course of a long term. We'll have to see. I think this could be a day where maybe Gomber gets hit up a little bit here. The Dodgers are playing well. They've been hitting lefties well all season, including Freeman, who's hitting .611 with a home run and 7 extra base hits this month against left-handed pitching. 4 for 7 in his career against Gomber with a home run. Now, some people may think, well, maybe it's a small sample size. It's a bit bloated for a .611 average. Look, we're 10 days into the month. You're not going to face a lefty every day. But Freeman's got 18 plate appearances against lefties in the month of August, 11 hits. And like I said, it's just been crushing it. 6'11", 7 extra base hits with a homer. Yeah, I'm taking Freddie Freeman in this one. So now we're going to break down the round robin. I would parlay these 3, and then for a 3-leg parlay, you're going to round robin them by combinations of 2. So I'm going to go with the round robin breakdown here. The parlay odds for Castellanos and Freeman and Castellanos and Acuna Jr. should be close to the same they were at the time that I was recording this video. Again, the odds are subject to change. But with those 2 parlays, a $1 bet is going to pay you $25.73. $5 if you have a $5 unit size. It's $128.65 coming back if those 2 guys homer. $10 if that's your unit size. $257.30 coming back to you if both those guys homer. Like I said, it's a great way to have a safety net. Ronald Acuna Jr., Freddie Freeman, if those 2 guys homer, $1 pays you $24, $5 pays you $120, $10 pays you $240. Now here's the great thing, right? So let's say you parlay those odds and they come all together. $1 on those 3, because I get it, not everybody's going to bet $10-20 on a 3-leg home run parlay. $1 is going to pay you $126.05. $5 is going to pay you $630.25, and $10 is going to pay you $1,260.50 on those 3 home runs. But here's the beauty. if those 3 home runs come in altogether, which I think they will, I think they have a great shot at doing it. If those 3 home run props come in and you hit that parlay, if you have a round robin, not only do you have that safety net that's going to give you, some money back if you hit 2 out of 3, but if you hit all 3 legs on that parlay, you also win all 3 2-leg parlays that we just showed you on the last screen. So for a $4 total bet, $1 on each of those parlays, the 4 parlays in total, that $1 is going to pay you $201.51 when all is said and done. If you're a $5 better, a $20 total bet is going to pay you over $1,000. A $10 better, $10 unit size for a $40 total bet is going to pay you over $2,000. So that's the beauty of having the round robin. Yes, it's going to drive up the cost of the bet, but there's multiple benefits. It gives you the safety net, and if you hit everything, well, you maximize your profit even further. So just worth looking into there. But let's do one quick more look at the home run prop parlay. Nick Castellanos of the Phillies at plus 425. Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Braves at plus 390. And Freddie Freeman of the Dodgers at plus 390 as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in, for sticking with me. I'm hoping that we're going to have these technical difficulties sorted out sooner rather than later, but the content will not stop. So if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. And if you leave that like button, especially if you like this content, lets me know that you guys like this home run prop content. We'll keep producing it for you. And also make sure you have notifications turned on, especially with Saturday and Sunday. We're going to have afternoon baseball. Try to get these videos out as early as possible. Sometimes I have to wait for some late information to come through, though, so that I can have something to present to you guys. So it doesn't always leave a whole lot of time between when the video is released and first pitch of the opening game. But if you have those notifications on, you get notified as soon as the video drops. You can get those best bets in. Also, if you haven't already, check out Pickdawgz Premium. You can get my best bets there. And check out the betting tools at pickdawgzandsportschatplace.com. It's where we get a lot of the information for these home run prop shows. They show you the player prop. They show you how often it hits. They help you maximize your knowledge when you're betting, and they'll do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. There's something for everybody there. If you're a parlay bettor, there's parlay builders there for you. They'll show you which sportsbook is giving you the best odds on the parlay, so that if you don't have an account with that book, you sign up, you get a sportsbook bonus offer on us, and you add to your advantage over the books that they can't take away from you, which is your ability to shop lines, find the best possible price on any plays you make. There's other things like profitable teams, profitable angles, profitable underdogs. The list goes on and on. I promise you guys, you won't regret it. So head on over to pickdawgzsportschatplace.com and check out those betting tools. But thank you so much for watching. Again, let's crush the books on Friday, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.